Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, welcome to Procrastination Thursday. Okay, that's all I had. I feel like garbage. Oh, it's went from hay fever and turned into now a full-blown head cold. Anybody want it? I'm willing to share. I am. But Conquest, Josh, good day, brother. You're coming out to say hey before you go bye hunting season. Good to see you, Josh. How you doing? I'm not procrastinating today. Well, then, Josh, out. If you're not procrastinating, you're not here. So, just saying, you gotta procrastinate on Thursday afternoon. I've already cleared it with everybody's wife, bosses. Hey, Procrastination Thursday has been around for, wow, 6 some years, at least. Oh, let me have some cafe. Oh, nectar of the gods, I say. And I'm just about out of. So, just before the meetup, Tiny Tim. And for those of you that met Tim, there ain't nothing on that man that's tiny. I got a big old paw, and his paw ate my paw. But, anyways, let's get to the point here. He sent me some coffee from an Arkansas coffee house. Oh my goodness. Whenever it's yucky out, or like this morning, it was really damp, and I like to sit down with a good old cup of coffee from Tiny Tim from this Arkansas. I don't know what it is about the blend, but it just warms your innards. I got maybe 2 more mornings So I'm going to save those for whenever I see the 4-letter word. I'm not going to say it. But those of you that were in Alaska saw it. Ew. Man, it's almost like PTSD. It's like, no, white. Ah. But that's okay. We got through it. Now, let's get up to the top, see who's all in the house. We just got a little number in today, but goodness gracious, there's a lot of our friends that are down ill and pardon me, just not themselves. And if you can, well, of course, we got Joey. Joey always slides in here first. The odd time, a couple people have beat him, but not very often. Joey sits there, and as soon as he gets a notification, because he's hit the notification bell, he goes over and, hey, I'm just saying. And Fairbrook Studio, welcome, welcome. Ooh, wow, I'm getting some verbiage. I'm getting some backdraw out of. There we go. That's a lot better. Fairbrook Studio, welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys in the house today. Now, why won't that let me? That's okay. I have the technology and I'll just use it. Butler Family Farms in the house. Jerry, you should be out cutting your last cut of hay. Hey! Some of our farmers are now cutting their 4th round of hay. It's not really going to be, they're just knocking it down. And if they can get some stuff for some bedding or whatever, that's what they'll use this stuff for. And the flies. They started this week. I have, those long fly strips that the fly goes, and it's all game over for them. I have about 6 of those up here right now. That's the only problem with living beside farmland, is the house flies are atrocious. And I was just thinking to myself when we got back from the cruise, I'm like, wow, we haven't had very many flies this summer. No, they waited till this evening or the fall. Wow. And grass, go away, come back next year. Like my palms. I've got green, luscious grass. That don't happen in August in Canada. Unless you spend thousands of dollars on your lawn, which, no. The sooner I can kill it, the sooner I don't have to cut it, is my motto. Probably Debbie is home. I'd go pick her up from, I guess you guys call it urgent care. We call it emergency. Yesterday, she's not feeling well. So if you can put her in your prayers, I'd appreciate that. And while you're down on your knees, you might as well make it useful and, pray for all our friends that, we've had 2 friends in our community pass this week. And um, to my knowledge, Dana Mason, she's still clicking along. So keep her in your prayers. And please, if you could, um, Lisa's mama, keep her in your prayers. Um, Goodness gracious, they just left her mama not even I guess 2 weeks ago today, Jesse, something like that. So they just left her. So, oh boy, life sucks sometimes. But you know what? The sun is shining, so we got to give praise that you know we could be under 4 feet of snow, guys. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not Jesse. He might be under an inch of snow, but that'd be about the same equivalent as 4 feet up here or an inch down there. More people will pass with an inch of snow down in Texas. Excuse me. Um, One of our professional football players up here uh, lived in between Jesse and Dallas somewhere. Um, and he said it was hell. The last, I guess that would have been 4 years ago now, 5 years ago maybe. That great big freeze, snow freeze. Anyways, he said like there was people with their a window cracked and their barbecues on in their house. And I was texting him back and forth, and I'm like, oh my God, no, don't. You're going to gas yourself. And that's actually, unfortunately, what happened to a lot of people is they perished due to the fumes. And trust us, Northerners, we will help you. It's safer to build a little fire in your living room than what it is to put your barbecue in your house. Just saying. I've seen it done. We've got Jesse. Jesse's in the house. And then we got, well, of course, Conquest Josh. Oh, Jerry, we've had 3 days of heavy frost. Like my truck was white. Normally my truck's black. Well, it was white. And our grass is still growing. The grass that I planted out front to cover up where the tree that we had to take it down. I was looking at it yesterday whenever I was pulling in with Debbie like later yesterday afternoon into the evening. It's almost a foot long again. It's like, man, frost is supposed to kill off the grass. Not this year. Because one morning we'll get frost where everything's white, and then the next day you're into the 80s. It just does not make sense. I honestly could have kept my garden going, but it was time to make my spaghetti sauce. And it turned out really good. The girls, most important thing, the girls like my sauce. Now, I don't know. Next year, we're going to have to wait and see. I got to do some work to my raised beds to get them through the winter. And I will, yeah, I've got to look after that. Well, I'm in a fight with NCL and Air Canada. I want my money back. I never flew Air Canada because they canceled my flight, and I still can't get my money back. I have, short of threatening to go legal, they're putting it on their flight attendants. And you know, they're saying it's them who went on strike. It's not us. I said, well, yeah, but you took my money based on me flying with you. I said, I'm not getting on the back of a flight attendant and she's taking me to Seattle. Couldn't come up with an answer for me on that one. I said, I didn't book any of this through a flight attendant. I booked it through Air Canada. Anyways, then why I'm going after NCL, it's funny how little Miss Jane doesn't want to help us out now. She said, "Oh, we have no complaints." I'm like, "Excuse me?" I said, "That's funny. I was told on the ship to complain once I got home, to go through you." "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of it." "I call you're smelly. You smell like poo." But anyways, I called it as it is, and like I always do, I don't sugarcoat a whole lot. It is what it is, and you know, all I want to know is who's going to pay for me to go to Seattle when I had to pay twice. Why is that? So I did find a new airline. Not new. They came out. They were supposed to start up just before COVID, and then with COVID, the president, CEO, whatever you want to call him, chief bottle washer, the man with the brains, came up with the idea of holding off until people started traveling again. That's why they pay him the big bucks. So, needless to say, it's called Breeze Airline. And I tell you what, I got me and Miss Debbie first class Orlando or Ogdensburg, where all my stuff for all my US friends comes into, is Ogdensburg. Um, it came in through Ogdensburg. Just give me one sec here, guys. Anyways, they fly exclusively from smaller international airports. I believe the biggest airport they go out of right now is a mix between Dallas and Orlando. I think now they do go through Washington. I don't know how big that airport is. I know it's a fairly large airport. Anyways, direct. So we pitter patter our little footsies on here in Ogdensburg, and we step off 3 hours and 18 minutes later in Orlando. So, if anybody's going to be around the uh, Cape Canaveral, Ogdensburg, anywhere the second week of February, let me know. Because I learned my lesson. I've never heard of anybody that had the issues that we did flying home. Now, not so much we, as in I use the royal we. Um, we were pretty good, but I booked my own. We just had an issue where they kept giving us the runaround literally in Seattle. But I don't know if that was the airline or if that was just the people from Seattle. They're not the friendliest folks. And I've been to Seattle. I got robbed in Seattle or money stolen in Seattle. And I'll never go back to Seattle. Been there, done it. And if I ever do an Alaskan cruise, we'll be out of Vancouver, where you actually spend full days in the ports. You need your passport anyways. So I know all the big names go out of Vancouver. Um, it gives them an extra day in Alaska. So, um, I know Johnny and them, they're talking about 1 and 2 years. I don't know. I'd have to think long and hard. If you have lots of money for excursions, now this is only me, guys. Simply my humble opinion. If you don't have a whole lot of money for excursions, it's the same thing. You wake up, beautiful mountains with a little bit of snow on top. You look the other way, beautiful mountains, a little bit of snow on top. The odd time you'll see a glacier. And it's like Groundhog Day every day. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm having, I don't know if I have corrupted video or I'm having a hard time to get videos up. And I've tried about 4 or 5 different times. So what I might do is go get my good computer from downstairs, bring it up here. And I will try doing it that way off the computer. Normally, I just use iMovie because I don't do a whole lot of editing. I do a little bit. Editing's not my forte. Now, if I had somebody that would edit, I'd I'd go around and do vlogs all the time. I just it doesn't the editing part doesn't interest me. And let's face it, I'm not good at it. So it's one of those things, right? Scott, if you click on the upper hand corner, your picture will be bigger. Huh? Oh, I know what you want. You want me to do this. I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry, Jerry. Um, with the way the weather patterns are going, you probably get snow in Texas. Well, you know what, Jesse? I could remember in primary school, like I'm talking grade 5, grade 6, our weather's gonna be like Florida. I'm still waiting because I was meant to be rich in the South, not poor in the North. And yeah, no, I'm just and with our weather patterns, they're getting extreme up here. Now, it's nothing compared to what you guys have, but for us is extreme. So, yeah, it is what it is. And other than that, it's been, um hey Johnny, still prepping for a journey to Tucson. Oh, right, right, right. You got much to do, Johnny? You doing a video or um Jesse, if you're talking about a plane, yes. I've the first time I've ever heard of that many issues was this time. Like, let's face it, Johnny and Christine, Tony and Angie, Jerry and Susan, um, they screwed up our two there and cost us an extra, well, by the end of the day, $1,500 US, which is 2 grand Canadian. So tack that on top of the trip. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I'm into all, you know, especially I got real shots of, you remember the 80% never ever get to see that. I got amazing footage. I edited on iMovie. There you go. But I know they've also updated the camera and I've got off my GoPro because the time like I did, just gentleman that was walking through the train who he was obviously an employee of the train said, "Have you had that going the whole time?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "About the 6 minute mark, look, everybody missed a ram, a mountain, excuse me, a mountain lion, no, mountain goat." He said, "We missed a ram, was sitting there having a drink." And I'm like, "Oh," I said, "I kept watching that waterway." He's like, "Look at the top corner." He's like, "Beautiful big ram was there." I'm like, "Oh, damn." But I missed it on my on this camera, but I would have got it with my other one. So I got to try to download that footage. And yeah. Anyways, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I'll eventually, as long as I get it up before February and I inundate it. Most of the really cool stuff I'm going to put up on my travel channel. Um, Now, what was I? Oh, um, for those of you that, okay, why is this not allowing me to? There's Miss Jody. Um, Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to miss anybody, but for some reason it was froze up, so I jumped down to the bottom. Um, there's Miss Jody. Like, you know, I don't think the guy's going to lie to us, Jerry. I don't know. I'm going to have a look again. It's right around where the burial ground was. The burial ground was on the right side of the train. Where he was talking was right on the left hand side of the train, where I think Jesse and Lisa were sitting on that side. We were. Um, yeah, I don't know who all else was sitting on that train like behind us, because I thought we could get up and walk around, and that that guy was pretty. That guy was pretty crusty. Because I said to him, I said, I can get up and go to the back. No. Well, oh, okay. I said, I believe we were told that we could get up and walk around. And he's like, no, we don't like people to walk around. I'm like, oh, all right then. I'll stay like a good little boy in my seat. Anyways, that is the highlight. One of the highlights of the trip was absolutely that day was amazing. And um, the gold, that was awesome. That, you know, my beautiful wife, God bless her. So after watching them do it, she stuck her pan into the water and pulled it out, and there was nothing in there. She's like, I think I did it wrong. The little girl that was there with us said, yeah, I think so. I'll go get you another pan. So she actually panned it for Debbie, got most of it out, but this lady panned it. And from what I understand, they actually bring pay dirt from the Yukon, and they reuse the granular. They reuse the granular, and I guess one of my pan, or either my pan or Debbie's pan, what had a good load in it, because what was, I think mine was $66. Now that was Debbie and I combined, but I forget. One of my friends was asking me about it, and I said, "Oh, I said if you're going to do it, make sure you do that." Blah blah blah. And I said the day of our, whenever we panned for gold, it was worth $66. I said, however they scaled it out, I said it was three something. So I said, that's you know what we had to go by. And I said, it's up like 200, $300 an ounce from whenever we were on the trip. So I think so long as the trend keeps like this, I think I'm going to do one more uh, What's Up app. Um, I'm going to do one more next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. Um, and yeah, all the videos are out there now. I put the hashtag. Okay, yeah. I think I've put, well, I have a lot of lives that were up. Um, and I'll be quite honest. The reason why I did so many lives was Miss Linda asked me to do some lives. Um, I don't think it's. She told me I couldn't tell anybody, but she's having a hard time right now, and so keep Miss Linda in your prayers. Um, it's a double whammy for her because her life is on this screen. She hasn't got a whole lot of people that come over, and her son doesn't live in the same city, and so she's she's down right now. Plus, her computer's broken, so it's a double whammy for her because that's how. If she's not napping, she was on the computer supporting everybody. So she's hoping to get her computer back up in the next couple of weeks. Um, and like I said to her, if you're going to keep having these problems, I said, computers, they're not that much money anymore. I said, you know, so she may just look at a new one. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Jerry. I thought it was 30, 33 whenever we panned it. Now, and that cue. So, if you folks don't have Jamie or Nick on your email, tomorrow night I'm going to put up a link. Or Jesse, if you got the email from Jamie, from her daughter, their school is doing some fundraising. And there's stuff that you buy every day in there. And it costs you no more to order it through Jamie's daughter than what it is. Well, let's face it, most of the time, it's cheaper to go through if there's magazines that you like, you order it through um, Jamie's daughter, and they not only does she stand to win a prize, but I'll tell you what, I said, if you don't have Jamie or Nick and you'd like to help support her, send me an email at God, rambling with the brooms at gmail.com, and I will forward on the message. It strictly says that your email will not be spammed, won't be. And if I'm missing something, Jamie, pipe up, let me know. If you feel like coming up, you're more than welcome to do that too. Um, and oh no, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Thank you, Jesse. Oh my God, I can't even get this right. Why won't it let me? I can't even copy and paste on this. Jesse, how do I copy and paste? I've already copied it. Now I have to paste it. Isn't it like it's something F? You know what? It's just easier for me to go like this.
You made the mistake of trying to.
Yeah. But here, if I go, I'll go the long way. I'll just get. I'll put it up through this way. Oh no! Command V. Command. Look at that! I did it. All right. So, Jamie, if you want to come up and say something, uh, Jesse, I'll send it to your. I'll forward it to your account right now, so that if anybody wants, look it. If we can help a little, if we can help a kid out, why don't we do it? And that's the way I look at it, anyways. If it's something that I'm going to already buy, and I can, uh, yeah, if I can help out a kid, fill my boots. Now, if I go there, oh goodness, she sent me another one yesterday. Well, she didn't. They did. But they do not sell your information. You will never be contacted again. This is strictly for Brooklyn. And, again, listen, she stands a chance at winning a PS5 if we can get enough stuff ordered through her. And that's going to be one excited kid if we were to get her enough sales to get a PS5. I don't know what mother says about it. Exactly. Exactly, Jesse. I sent it to your 98 account, Jesse. That's the first one that popped up. Um, Forward. There, you should have had it in your 98 account, Jesse. And yeah, no, So let's help out one of our little ones. And like I kind of just I've been so busy, and I just can't say anything right now. But with the township, I've been it's supposed to be like one day every 2 weeks. I've been doing 40 plus hours a week. And it's yeah, nothing can go public right now because I never know who's lurking. But you can either donate to her classroom, you can donate a gift of a reading card, you can shop in the family stores, you can shop from they have different merchants. Yeah, but Jesse, you got to go through that way and put Brooklyn's information in, or she doesn't get credit. So if you look at the very top, what I sent you, it's got it's got Brooklyn and then her school. That's the only way that she will get credit for ordering stuff. And that's how she can win. Let's see. I think she's got an order since I looked. But like she can get bracelets, squeeze balls, um, hatch and grow, those little things that you put in water and they hatch. Um, the moon galaxy light. They've got they've got like a ton of stuff, and then they have like PlayStation, those virtual reality glasses, and you just have to put Blakelynn Conway. But it's just if you send me an email, I will send you what I just sent Jesse, and then you have all her stuff. It's already in the email. Now that Jesse has it, you can either send Jesse and Lisa or myself, or Jamie or Nick. And, you know, oh, Jamie, you darn toot, and I just wish you would have known it, because I would have given you cash on the cruise. But anyways, I will figure something out. I'll figure something to order here. When is the closing date, Jamie? If you don't mind me asking, I know if I would have read farther, I would have found that information out. But you know me. And so update: the gentleman that I used to work with that just buried his daughter was yesterday. So if you could put Randy in your thoughts and prayers. And my neighbor, he's healing. Um, he still looks like crap, but he still has mobility. They don't know if they're going to have to go in and reattach the tendon. There's probably going to be more surgeries in his future. And, I had a good chat. And I said, "You son have won the lottery." They were going that fast. They went underneath the dump truck, ripped a tire off the dump truck. All three of them were supposed to be dead. But, like I said to him, the good Lord didn't want to take you yet. So that means that you're here for a reason. So put the reason to good and stop doing stupid stuff. Anyways, I don't think he liked our conversation, but don't care. You gotta tell it to them straight. And I gave my son crap. I said, now that's how easy something stupid happens. You get in a vehicle with somebody you don't know, they're a complete and utter idiot, and they just about take your life. So the driver broke his nose. Two of them were airlifted into the trauma center, and the driver broke his nose. That's always the way. I'm sure he'll be up on reckless. He will lose his license for at least 6 years. But anyways, so if we all can support Brooklyn, that would be amazing. Um, again, we're a small little knit community, and if we can help one of our own, why wouldn't we? You know what I mean? So her prize meter shows that she sold a couple things, but let's see if we can't get that a lot higher. I will definitely be promoting it again tomorrow night. I know there's, you know, Thursday, there's been, you know, I keep getting emails. Oh, I'm so sorry. We, yeah, you got to put the school low too, Jesse. TLC Academy.
Your sister calling. Oh, you talk to sister.
My sister calling me. Oh, my sister. My sister calling me. Or it's Blakelynn. Yes, Blakelynn. See, Jesse, that's why you're here as the secretary. It's, you know, Miss Debbie's not here to look after me, so I got to look after her. Oh, Lord knows. We're going to hell in a handbasket. Mm-hmm. But, anyways, other than that, hey, Johnny. Johnny. And hopefully you watch Johnny's latest video. He's prepping. He's prepping for them cows. He's prepping for the deer. Hey, nothing better than deer poo on the plot. Good fertilizer. All you got to do is get them to kind of spread it out a little bit, not all in a little neat confined area. Darn things. Yeah, well, that's the closest thing to a secretary that I've got, Jesse. I don't have my sister giving me, you know what? They're they're at an appointment. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. What else is going on, guys? Oh. As far as I know, um, a good friend of ours is, I believe, going to be on tomorrow night. And we are, yeah, we're going to take our full 90 minutes tomorrow night because we have Gail, and we might as well go over it for all the late lurkers and the watchers, and even if you're watching later, as long as you give us a thumbs up and watch 5 minutes, that constitutes a big word, constitutes a view. So, thumb, 5 minute view, and all good. Now, if the thumbs up or the thumbs down, it don't matter to me. It means you're watching. But anyways, if you can do that, that would be absolutely amazing. And this person here has been kind of dropped off the earth a little bit, but he's back. So potentially he is. See, Jesse, I say secretary, and my sister, she shows up. Because then, and it's not like she'll say anything here. Oh no, wait till I get off, and then she's got a full like dictation of, wow, big words today. Um, she'll definitely have a full dictation, and man, thank goodness Sir Grace is there, and he's going, honey, be nice to my friend, and she cuts out just a wee bit. Goodness gracious, thank goodness for Sir Grace. And Sir Grace, I know you're listening. 2 weekends, more coins being sold. Depends on what I buy tomorrow night. I'm going to have 2 or 3 different devices going tomorrow evening because there's a great bag sale. And if I can get some coins at good prices, I am going to purchase. And oh, Johnny, honestly, buddy, don't say thank you. John, good Lord. I just had 3 combines go by. Well, obviously they've taken the beans because there was no corn this year. They did beans. Whew, they must be taking like 2 days off and doing everybody's around here. Because there was 2 old ones and then a brand new Oh my God. Brand new yellow one. It'll come to me. New Holland. A brand new Holland, and it was massive. So that makes sense because I saw a tractor trailer go up the road, and I'm like, if there's a tractor trailer, it's been going across the street. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 7 new neighbors coming in. I gotta figure out this drone before I actually. It's fine. I don't know. I've taken the test, passed it. I never did get my certificate. I've got the proof that I paid my $60. No, 120. Yeah, it was 120. I can fly it within 25 meters of people now because I have the full course. And I think it's 25 meters of people. But for some reason, well, I know what it is. I am within, like, literally half my property is on the flight plan of the municipal airport that's 3 miles away. Well, I'm sorry, but if they end up in the air within 3 miles of an airport, they're going to be coming down, and it's probably going to leave a mark. So it just, excuse me. I know that is part of it. Now, if I go to Rob's over to the farm, which is literally 1 mile that way, half the farm is in the flight plan, half the farm isn't. No issues. I can fly, I can go over the highway, no issues whatsoever. So maybe Saturday I'll sit down with Kyle and the two of us will try to figure out what in God's name I'm doing wrong. Because I I have patience, but they run low. Especially whenever I'm doing something that I should be able to figure out and I can't. Because, you know, I had amazing friends and family that helped purchase that drone. And I know they want to watch it. And I've done some dronage, but yeah. Hopefully he's, you know, hopefully the baby of the family is off Saturday and we can work on the drone and get it up and get it going. And I may have to just go over to the farm or go up to the township and go to one of our big fields. And it's not in the flight plan, so I know it's bugging me up. Is I'm just in that tick of being, and again, you are responsible if you hit a plane. Check. Again, I've not seen a plane over our house that has been under 600 feet. And I want to get it up in the air and catch the start. So we have just started, our leaves are just starting to turn now. So, um, it's going to be some beautiful shots. I'd like to go up to some different areas and run it up the side of the ski hill and whatever. Now that would be really cool. Even here, if I was to be able to get it up and get it out of the fly range, and get the shoot the Quebec side and the Ottawa River, that's also a beautiful shot. So I don't know. We'll try. Certain areas are no fly. Yeah. Oh, it's trust me, Johnny. It literally splits my property in half. And if I sit in the one corner of my property, right beside the road, right alongside the power lines, it'll let me go. But if I go back into the field, no coverage whatsoever. Nope. Well, and so the test that you have to take, I don't know if the US test is the same as the Canadian one, but the Canadian test is actually the first module of becoming a pilot. I don't want to be a pilot. I want to play with my drone. And as long as you're reasonable and responsible and blah, 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 and yada, 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 I'm sorry. I passed your test. Now, why can I not run at a couple 100 feet? That's all I want to do. It will not even let me run at 200-300 feet. Mm-mm. So I don't know. I just, yeah, like I've had my drone up as high as 500 feet, and I tell you what, it's beautiful, especially around here with the farmers' fields and the water. Like, it is beautiful, but I got to be able to um, raise it up. Hey, Sitter. Um, yeah, it's the same, the FAA, yeah. And of course, module one here is that friggin' thick. And I said to um, one of the guys that I can get certified through here, is a friend of a friend. And I said, why do we have to do the FAA? Like, this is how you start a plane. I said, this is how you start my drone? Ching, ching. And he's like, we don't know. It doesn't make sense. Not supposed to be able to fly up to 500 feet, but I did have mine up there. And like I say, it's beautiful. And again, I got to be really careful and listen for any planes. And as soon as I hear it, I drop it. Because 500 feet, if it's coming in for a landing, yes. If it's going to use the flight pattern, but I know where the runways are. And one goes perpendicular and two go like alongside of our property. Our house and the whole front end of our property is not within those flight parameters. And it's just like, "Arr!" Anyways, I'll charge it up this afternoon. And I've also got to, one of the icky things about living in the country I got to get done maybe next week. Nothing like getting the old septic tank pumped. Yummy! But there's no commercial drone test you can take for free. No, there isn't. Ours is $120. They're supposed to send you you're supposed to be sent like a diploma or something. I never did get mine. So Barry is trying to search it right now. He said worst case scenario is I'm going to have to take my test again. And I said, I did this like 3 years ago whenever I first got the drone. Why do I have to take that test again? He's like, I don't know what to tell you. He said it's just going to be a lot faster for you if you go this way. And I'm like, yeah. Also, if your drone's a DJI, yes, it will. Mine does. Yeah, I don't even know what mine is. Mine's a DJI. I know that. But I do forget. I thought mine capped off at 500, Johnny. I'll have to look at that now. Now you've got me thinking.
That's why they're smoking the house.
Don't you have to go back to work?
Not yet.
Go. Get. Damn children. Yeah. And what else is there? I was saying about that Breeze airline. Oh, wait. They're all brand new planes. And it's the same guy that brought WestJet to Canada. I know I'm going to screw it up. JetBlue. Yeah, JetBlue in the US. And I want to say he's got something to do with Frontier Air, or he started it and then sold it. Anyways, we got 2 first class seats to Orlando, return. The only thing is we had to stay an extra night, but Debbie and I looked, and the best price we could find with, like, I'm talking soup to nuts, luggage, what it would cost us. And that was with an airline out of Canada called Porter Airlines. They're a discount airline for Canada. Well, it was, but their prices are gone way up. But right now they're one of the cheapest ones beside Air Canada, but I ain't getting on Air Canada until I get my money from them. I'll refuse to fly with them. Um, it was going to be, oh, did you see that fly? I just about went thunk. That wouldn't have been pretty. Welcome to fall in the country. Anyways, I will get them. I'll get them this weekend. There'll be nothing left in here because every time you open the door, you got 5 more. But so 800 $829 US, first class, with the big armchair where your feet elevate. It's pretty much like a lazy boy. Now, if I was to take this Porter airline from Canada, the cheapest one up here was $2,400. I think I'll spend an extra night in Orlando. And of course, I'm going to be able to see the infamous Mr. Jim. Bliss is scheduled to go on strike. Yeah. I have no idea. I've never even heard of that. So, anyways, I'm going to be 100% honest. I would not be booking until with an airline that's that's in negotiations. What they've done is they are non-unionized, from what I understand, what the person was telling me. They're non-unionized, but he pays them very well. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But any of your big airlines, they're all going on strike now that Air Canada's paying their cabin crew for all their hours they work instead of only some here and some there. I'm sorry, but if they're working, they should be paid. I don't expect anybody to work for free, especially in today's economy. You know, it's hard enough for folks to um it's hard enough for folks to make ends meet, and to expect them to work for free. That was like industry changing. And they're still not being paid for every hour they're at the aircraft. They have to deplane. They were never paid for that. Cleaning of the plane, they were never paid for that. Some large commercial entities have like Seattle, they had a crew of like 6 people that was in and out of the plane in 10 minutes. And, you know, so they're the cabin crew. It's not expected to work, but getting the coffee on, getting the ice all broke up and in the ice things, that they were never paid for any of that. Layovers, they're not paid. If they're in the air, they get paid. If they're not in the air, they weren't getting paid. So it's good to see that the industry's finally coming Um, I'm not sure where my sister's going with that. I must have missed something. So, anyways, it is what it is, and hopefully this turns out to be an okay. Um, Hopefully it turns out to be an okay group. We have flown with JetBlue before to Orlando. Um, it goes like Connecticut, Boston. They have two or three different routes into New York. Uh, they have Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana. Like they're starting to branch off. Plus, they just ordered 55 brand new uh 200 buses, C200 buses. Anyways, carries 138 passengers, I believe. And the way they have the broke up of the plane is they have 8 or 10 first class. Then there's, I'm going to say, 15 rows of extra leg room. And then the rest of the plane is what you'd call normal. Yeah. Um, so the way we figured it out. Oh, and so on top of all booking all that, I got to go and order a new dishwasher today because it is on the fritz. So, but I'm going to have to say, I believe it's a Samsung. Yeah, I think it's a Samsung. It is the longest, it's the longest that we've ever had a dishwasher. We've got extremely hard water here. And it like it eats it up in no time at all. So it if I'm hey Troy, nice to see you, brother. Hey, that's all right, man. You just keep us going in the background, and if you miss something, you come on back and watch later. Um, so yeah, it's we're just ramping up for now we got to save our spending money and all that good stuff for our trip in February for our 30th wedding anniversary. Can't believe it. It seems like yesterday. But it yeah, the one good thing that's good but this flight or this cruise, it's warm. 85 average. I shouldn't say that. At night, it usually goes down to 75. So 75 to 85. I'll take that. Because in February, we could have 3 feet of snow whenever we go to take off. So I'll have no issues letting that jet take me to where it's warm. Um, and Orlando, it's somewhat warmer. It's somewhat warmer. Um, Troy. Uh, Jesse, I don't know if you saw that. Troy said thank you for the package. But anyways, guys, we're an hour and a half, and I don't want to keep you here. Uh, I still feel like there's somebody on this shoulder with a hammer hitting in my head. I woke up this morning with a full blown head cold, which is wonderful. Just love it. But I knew there was something because usually I don't have that bad of um ruh-roh. There goes the life flight. So guys, I don't know what the heck's going on in the highways, but we had like three major accidents. Wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. Two people died on the highway that's behind our house, but like 30 minutes up the highway. Um, my oldest and her boyfriend near his place, there was a bad accident.
One person died in that one.
It's not from what I've was told.
Everything I've seen is he died.
Oh, because I had been told that he's in Ottawa on life support.
Everybody says he died.
Oh well, as per the radio and everything I've seen today, he's on life support. Anyways, folks, you go and hopefully this person will or peoples will be live tomorrow night. We'll have a fun interactive live, and well, we'll start off with interviewing what they've been up to and where they're headed, and we'll probably open up the lines. um, Goodness only knows, my sister, she could be here, but anyways, hopefully you all have an amazing. Don't forget, Johnny and Christine are on at 5 Eastern. No, 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Then you got White Rock. Then you've got Dale and Nana. And then you've got in the mix, you've also got Monica and Eric. You got everybody thrown in the mix. Tomorrow night, you've got Gail on at 5, Jen at 6, me at 7, and then Brenda rounds out our Friday night. And whenever I say rounds out our Friday night and kicks in our Saturday with her music that they do every Friday night. Saturday. What day is it Saturday? Come on now. It's giveaway Saturday. Mm-hmm. But before something's given away on Saturday, you've got Lazy Saturday Afternoon with Glenda. My sister, she's always they're racing to do some stuff around the house before winter. So whenever I was talking to her last Saturday, she's like, I don't think I'm going to have time. As she's like showing me around and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, okay, I'm officially tired just seeing what you're doing. And no lies. Her and Sir Grace have been working their tail off. They took like 4 days to themselves. Um, yes. Thank you, Jesse. Put yours up there too if you want. So, yeah. Don't worry. Our first. Oh, is it Gillum's this weekend? It is. I skipped the week. Last weekend was actually the last 2 weekends have been stupid crazy with township stuff and yeah. Trust me, it's been very, very, very busy. So again, please make sure. Okay, now you're just playing with my head. So whose Saturday is it? I thought it was yours. But then you put up Gillum's. Now, did you mean that's tonight? Or is that Saturday? Because if you're back to tonight, I'm already ahead to Saturday. Oh, I've got a headache now. Guys, he has one job. Now he's 2 days late. Anyways, we'll see y'all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Toodles.